Hi Capricorn, welcome to your unexpected reading for September 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, Capricorn, unexpected. Capricorn for September. Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm doing that closer because you can't really see. Six of Pentacles. Is that in the monitor? There it is. Okay. The Moon card, that could be Pisces or Cancerian. Queen of Wands, could be Aries. Five of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Four of Swords. All right. So are you expecting communication from someone, or, well, okay. Because you're not over it yet. You're not through something yet. But you do need to think about it more, and you do need to stand your ground. You do need to look at what you've been through up until this point and use that as a reference so that future doesn't continue to prove past here. Like that you don't keep living into your past into the future. What's that movie? Days of Future Past, or okay, it's that latest X-Men movie a while ago. Yeah. All right. What's this Moon card about, though? Are you worried about money? What's this Moon card about? Or that's Aries. Sorry. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. We have 8, 9. What's this Moon card about? So it's like you're trying to get to that point where you have that assurity and stability, and it's not an issue for you. So this is like a blip on the radar, but why? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this juggling here. Why? Not out of the woods yet, but you could be if you made the decision, but it's like you're sucked back into something. What's this Queen of Wands? Capricorn. Eight of Swords. Okay, so these were, look at this, I was going to shuffle on those two. It's the Devil and the Moon. Yeah, you're considering something. You're not all the way out of something. You gotta put your foot down on something here. You've got to put your foot down and literally change direction, change course. It's coming down to you making the decision and having to stand your ground, because it seems like it's almost like you make a decision and the other party doesn't listen, or it follows you. It doesn't give you the space that you need. They're still just like grabbing for you. What's this Five of Swords? Yep, you got to get assertive here. What's this Five of Swords? Five of Wands, pardon me. Five of Wands. What's this Five of Wands? Capricorn. What's Five of Wands for Capricorn? Temperance. I don't even want to say Sagittarius because we remember what happened last time. That could be Sagittarius. All right. Yeah. Because somebody needs to calm down. Somebody's being too pushy, and it's like you can't be. You can't push back, and somebody's just, it's almost like they're running over you, and it's wearing you down to the point where you're just like, okay, and you need to not. You need to get assertive, and you need to stand your ground, and you need to sort of build this around yourself and let other people talk to you or listen to the wise counsel. That part of this person's tactic is to kind of keep you off balance. To just be really assertive about what they want, to where it makes you feel like, well, I mean, yeah. And it makes you doubt yourself. What's this Eight of Wands for Capricorn? What's this Eight of Wands for Capricorn? Five of Cups. Darn it. That was going to flip. The Hierophant, that could be Taurus. Yeah, this is not, You got someone that's not being, you don't, the thing is, you don't trust them. You don't trust them. You can't rely on them. And the fact that I just feel like they're so, it feels like they're just not letting you, it's like you try to assert yourself and they somehow manage to suck you back in, and they're just really kind of overbearing, and they're not giving you space, because I think they might suspect and know that if you get enough distance from them, you'll keep going. And so they've got to keep tabs on you. They've got to kind of invade your space unpredictably, so that you're always off center, that you're always kind of focused on them and fighting for whatever with them to keep you from getting any distance from them. 8 of Wands, and we've got the 5 of Cups here. Yeah, because you want to move on. You want to, it's almost like you're having to flee. You're having to just like do like a surgical exit here. You know, where it's really clean cut, and just, because they're not going to let you go if they know you're trying to leave. It's just drama. What's this 4 of Swords? And you need a rest. Good gracious. What's this 4 of Swords? Oh, Capricorn, I'm sorry. I hate that it has to come to this 4 of Swords, because you're going to go through the thing about this is that everybody thinks that, oh, you know, as soon as I can get some distance from this, it's going to be such a relief. But with that relief comes a void, which is a good thing, because you come into a clearing, right? So you can rest. But there's also a little bit of backtracking, because then, so the relief is there, but then all of a sudden the void kicks in, and it's just a blip, but it feels, at first it's like, because there's sort of this withdrawal from all the drama, and it's just part of it. It's just this part of it. And so it feels like you're going to have this dip. But as soon as you literally yeet out of there, like you bolt out of there, you are able to finally make peace for yourself and to get your mojo back, to get upright again, to get vertical on something. You're having to kind of, it's almost like you go from capitulating and going along and giving in and like, oh, okay, fine, to knowing that, okay, I just have to keep this up for another 2 weeks, and then I'm ready to go. I got friends that have been telling me, talking to me, arranging things for me, so that I can just bolt and kind of land somewhere that's partially set up thanks to my friends that have helped me. And you come into this clearing where you get the much needed rest and, dare I say, isolation and privacy that you need from this situation, because you're just being pulled at. And it looks like the feeling like money or things being okay is a concern, and it will, but you this is your first priority, is getting yourself to emotional safety and emotional calm. You can't keep dealing with this. It's not good for you. And you know it, and I'm preaching the choir. It's just hard, because when someone's coming at you like a freight train, and you've got other people depending on you, and you're trying to do this, and you're still trying to have your own life and be productive and all these things, it's too much, and they know it, and that's part of the tactic. So this is about you not engaging and turning away from the drama and being able to finally do that. September, it happens for you, but there is going to be sadness there. Like this is final. Like you're meaning to, the reason why you're doing this the way you're doing it is because it came to that. So you're meaning to make this final, even though you don't feel ready to do so yet. You're still kind of embroiled here, but it's almost like you know you need to save yourself. And so you're leaving strategically, quickly, quietly, and in stealth. And it's designed to set you up for this sort of peace and this privacy and being able to get a much needed break and to just focus on yourself and to get back to your own life, your own wants, your own needs. This is you not wanting to take any downtime or slowing down. This is Aries, by the way. Take any downtime or slow down. You've got designs on things and you don't want to lose any ground with work and with other areas of your life. But so you're going to be sort of resting and recuperating. And for the Capricorns I'm reading for, work is recuperation for you. Like you don't mind hard work. In fact, it's like you'd rather be working while you're processing something. So this is you looking to get right back out there, and not with a relationship, but to do all the things and to maintain that part of your life, while at the same time being able to have that privacy and that time to yourself, getting back to yourself, being able to do all of the things, all of your things, because you basically had to leave the way you did because someone was not giving you that. Why? Because they knew the minute they gave you time to yourself that you would start to build barriers, that you would always be busy, that you would have other things you were doing because you had the time to do them. Whoopsie, Capricorn. There's not going to be, there might be a bit of a deficit in work, but there's not going to be a huge leaps, bounds, or it's not like you're miraculously whatever. Things are same old, same old. If there's a deficit, it's because of like you weren't able to pick up a shift, or you had an extra day off or something. It's minor. It's not, and it's also the least of your worries. I think you might go there because it's like, oh, that's the one thing that makes you feel like, well, everything else can fall apart, but if I have this, I feel at least a little bit like I can handle the rest. So there's going to be a dip in that, but it's not major at all. It's minor and negligible. It's just, it might be a little bit more made into a little bit more than it is, because that's where you find your security for the Capricorns. I'm reading for work and a certain amount of just work and money. And we're not talking money bags here. We're just talking about that being preserved and sacred is what makes you feel like you can take on the rest. So that it's not that it takes a big hit, but it's like you miss a shift here, you miss a shift there, but you're able to make it up later. So it all balances out. It's just, it's not improved. It's not lessened. It's just there. And it's like you're scrambling to get back to the efficacy or the work output that you had, just because that's your comfort level, not because you need to. So don't worry if this is about money per se. That feels largely unchanged. Whatever deficit there is in the beginning of the month, you can make up in the end of the month. So it's same. That's for Capricorn. Five of Wands. Seriously, you're going to have to stand your ground. You got somebody that's just coming for you because you mean something to them, and I gather it's you're their handler. You're their person that they kind of are able to have you fix things or do things. And it's just gotten to be too much. But this is somebody that when they reach out, it's never just that one thing that they just want to pick up their socks or return the keys or whatever. It's the whole day lost to drama. You've got to maintain your boundaries with this person, and because this needs to be a complete disconnect from that drama for your own well-being and sanity, because they're not going to respect your boundaries. There's an issue with that in the relationship, that this is very one-sided or very depleting to you, because you're not allowed to have your own stuff in your own life. You're there for them, and they're not going to let you. And I don't mean to make it sound dire or scary. This is just somebody that it's like they're very good at finding a way to rope you back in, They just kind of, they find a way to go, oh, I need to talk to you about something real quick. And it's like, why not leave it on the message or the text or whatever? Or, well, just call me real quick. It's just about the keys. It's never just about the keys with this situation. It's not. This is someone that kind of needs to learn how to take care of themselves better. They need to stop relying on you to do that, and you need to put your foot down with the final. And I could see why you're fleeing this way, because there's no way to exit gracefully here. They're not respecting your boundaries. They're not listening to you when you say, this is not fulfilling, I feel like this and that. There's none of that here. There's no respecting that. What else for Capricorn? Knight, well, it's kind of like on its side, wasn't it? Okay. Empress. Oh. All right. So it was like that. Okay, so Knight of Wands, Leo. I read that as Leo. and Empress, which could be Taurus, Libra, or Aries. This is an issue with being in a situation where, is it going to be nurturing and thriving like you want it to be, like you're capable of giving to a partner, or is this codependent? And it depends on any given day. Some days it feels like you're on top of the world with this person, but not lately, because you've got somebody that's all over the place. They're unpredictable, they're selfish, it's just not going, or then it is, but then it isn't. It changes like hourly, and it's not allowing you to thrive. If anything, it's probably this codependent relationship, and you feel shut down half the time, and there's no thriving, there's just exhaustion. This is not, it's almost like the only way this would be possible is without this connection, because you have no problem doing this, being in this capacity or this energy in a relationship. You're a good partner. You're a good fit. You adapt well to partnership. You take that role seriously. There's no problem with that. But the circumstances with which this person brings to the table, it doesn't match with what you want. So it's almost like, okay, they can do their own emotional zigzaggy stuff right now. This needs to be you. This needs to be that whole recuperative, thriving, nurturing energy, because you have disengaged from the situation. It's almost like you can't even give it a final answer, because if you do that, then they're going to double the effort. So you just kind of have to not even tell them anything, because everything's going to be a negotiation. Everything's going to turn into a... So I can see why you're like, nope, not even going to engage. It's not even worth explaining myself. It's not even worth having any kind of finality, because I don't want to be dragged into anything. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Okay, Capricorn, I'm sorry. I wish this was better news. I like that you're warned, per se, but I wish that it was better news. So, yeah, you are going to get to that clearing. It probably doesn't look like it now, that you're going to find a way to sort of escape this, and go from, not knowing what the heck's going to happen, and trying to manage and juggle and do all the things, to eventually coming to a clearing. Maybe the emotional distraught or disappointment is going to be unexpected, because you're just, right now, all you're thinking is like, I got to get out of here. When is it coming? When am I just going to feel? And lo and behold, you do. But perhaps the emotional part of it is unexpected. Perhaps the withdrawal from it is surprising, because you didn't think you'd feel that way. You do finally get out of the situation, and you are going to move forward. But I think there's a bit of I don't think you're going to be as productive as you thought you were. I think you're going to actually take more time for yourself than you thought you would. I think you're actually going to need a little bit more time than you thought you would. Doesn't mean you're any less productive. Maybe that's where the deficit, the little dip in money comes in, is because you're actually going to take some time for yourself. You're actually maybe that's why. Because it's like, work is a comfort for you. It's a distraction. It helps you think. But for the first time, probably in a long time, you're actually going to take some time for yourself, probably because you're so exhausted over here. So that worry about, is everything going to be okay, and this and that, yes, it's there if you want it. And maybe that's why you think, well, I can make it up at the end of the month. I need to take some time for myself, which is kind of unlike you. So I like it, because it's like, you need it, do it. You need to get some distance from this emotionally. I think you might be a little more affected by this than you've been allowed to feel, because you've been so busy dealing with it, that when there is that private time, there's going to be some disappointment. It's expected when you go through something like this. But just please be kind to yourself, and please know that it's just going to be one of those months where you're just going to have to stand your ground. They're going to be testing and trying at different angles, and you just got to be vigilant. And it's not even worth answering, because if you answer, well, they responded, don't. I'm sorry. I wish this was better news. I'm sorry. I don't like this for you. It's necessary, but I wish it wasn't so hard. Especially since you're quite the partner. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, man, this is somebody not appreciating what you bring to the table. They're just taking. All right. Oh my goodness, 20 minutes. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading, Capricorn, and not Sagittarius. And much love to you. You please take care of yourself, okay? You just take it easy this month. Get you some privacy. Okay, all right. All right, you take care.